Good morning, everyone. It's like 7 something in the morning. We're doing a video premiere on YouTube. I premiere every video so I can chat to you guys while it's being released. So we're doing that this morning. So we're hitting the road.
Yeah, doesn't look like anything special.
It's like cotton candy. It's like a chili dog and just melted. All right, everybody. It is 73, 72 degrees in here. Just turned the heater off outside. It is -6 degrees Fahrenheit, ambient temperature. 78 degree difference in between inside this camper and out there. Let's go. We got a ways to drive. Oh, yeah. Once again, the truck has been running the entire night. This truck has been running for 2.5 days straight. Have not shut it off, except for like maybe an hour. I used this much fuel overnight, had a full tank, just above half a tank. So I used half a tank of fuel idling it all night. We're camped out here in Watson Lake, British Columbia, in front of the Chinese restaurant and the liquor store. Beautiful morning out. Get in here. All right, let's turn off high idle. Back to my normal setting. There we go. All right, let's go roll down to the gas station and top this thing off and see exactly how much diesel it used all night. It's not cheap to keep your truck idling all night, obviously. Even if I use half a tank of diesel, it's probably spent $40 or $50 idling this truck all night. But guess what? I'm running. I don't have to get towed anywhere. We're good to go. Diesels are made to do that. If you have a high idle chip, otherwise it wet stacks your cylinders. This old Ford right here. Old Ford in the road. And yeah, this is the town of Watson Lake. You guys saw, not a whole lot going on, but there's some things. The Bighorn Motel over there. There's a couple places to stay. Little gas station action there. We'll go down and fill up down the road here a little bit further. There's a local grocery store right there. And here's one cool thing about this town that's nowhere else in the world. We're gonna stop there right now really quick before we get fuel so you guys can see it. Street signs from literally all over the world. Let's pull over. It really is pretty cool. There's nothing, it's insane. There's literally street signs from everywhere. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, touristy as it gets, but still cool. It's actually pretty wild how many signs are here. I mean, like, look at this. Jersey tag, Colorado, Ohio, Taiwan. Texas. Anyway, kind of cool. I don't always see that everywhere. It is freaking cold out. But you got the sunrise. Ooh, it's pretty. Sunset this morning, I'm telling you, man. Freaking gorgeous out. Ooh, big bump. Okay. Whitehorse, straight ahead. Way to get fuel first, so let's go hit this gas station. So this is where I filled up last night. Literally camped right across the street. We're just under half a tank, actually, so we burned more than half a tank. Let's go see what we spent. What do you guys think it'll cost to idle this truck all night? What do you think it just cost me? It's gonna be a little tough because it's Canadian, but I bet we spent some money. It's probably 35, 40 bucks to leave the truck running all night. That is way cheaper than the tow. I probably could have shut it off, but for whatever reason, my Basto coolant heater that warms up my engine block is not working. So I'm gonna have to address that when I get back. I don't know what's up. Something else to figure out. But we'll get it. I'm not selling this truck. You guys are always like, get a new truck. I'm like, nah, I like my truck. I know how to work on it. I trust it for the most part, and everything breaks down. And yeah, I just like driving old stuff. I'll never own a car from this century. I like old stuff. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Let's see what she used. Some gloves. Diesel is $1.88 a liter, which is basically $7.50 a gallon, about. Better treat this diesel with some winterizer. This stuff is pretty good. Keep your fuel from gelling up like it did the other day. All right, what do you guys think? It cost me $61 to run the truck overnight, Canadian. 70% exchange rate, so it cost me about $45 to run the truck overnight. And it burned 32 liters, divided by 4 is about 8 gallons. So there you have it. Not super cheap. $45 to run my truck overnight, and 8 gallons of diesel burned up. So that just shows you. That's why if I'm gonna leave it idling overnight, I kind of have to stay next to a gas station, you know? If I just stayed out in the boonies overnight, I would have started out with half a tank this morning to make it to the next town, which might not have gotten me there. So, but when I get back, I'm just gonna fix that Webasto diesel heater, the coolant block heater, see what's going on with that thing, and then I'd be able to warm up my block, you know? All right, see you later, Watson Lake. We'll definitely make it to Whitehorse today. That's kind of the big city. It's like the big city in the Yukon territories, essentially. So that's where we're heading towards right now. Hopefully we get well past Whitehorse today. We can get some miles on it. So there we go. Next town is Teslin, 263 kilometers, which is about 160 miles or so. So we'll have enough fuel to make it to Teslin. Let's go. Well, guess what? This is the Cassiar Highway intersection. So there's 2 ways to get to Alaska. The Cassiar is one of them, right there. So you go out that highway, shaves about 300 miles off the drive, but it can be kind of sketchy. Anyway, if you guys look back at my videos, I did that highway last year driving back, and the gas station at that intersection right there was closed. And so I just took a left and started going this way instead of backtracking to Watson Lake. And that almost got me into trouble. Almost ran out of diesel. Barely rolled into Teslin on fumes. All of these gas stations in between here and Teslin were closed, which is like 180 miles almost. So it just shows you gotta make sure you're pretty full out here and always topping off when you get the opportunity. A perfect example right here is the station. And let's see. Yep, they're closed for the winter. Right now we're good, we're full. We'll be able to make it all the way to Teslin. This is so pretty out here. My favorite drive in the world. Some people probably think it's boring, but I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Oh boy, I'm sliding a little bit. Caribou. Whoa, caribou. built the house. So I finished the house in early August, first week of August. And it took off on this road trip just like 2 days later after I finished building it. It's gonna be a crazy experience going home because the house is done. So I don't have this massive project just overlooming my entire life. And then my job that I worked at for 20 years, teaching people how to drive, running a driving school, I'm not really doing that anymore. I started doing YouTube full time, and I mainly did that so I could have the time to build the house. So I was only working at the driving place 1 day a week, and eventually I just got to where I was doing this full time. So I'm basically going back to a house that's complete and no job. It's kind of a crazy feeling because I don't consider this a job. I love doing this. I'd be doing this anyway, no matter what. It's my passion. So it's really cool to be able to do YouTube for a living and film for a living and edit and just be doing what I'd be doing anyway. Really, I feel very blessed, very lucky, very fortunate. So it's gonna be a weird feeling walking in that front door and freaking feeling retired or something. I don't even know. Pretty wild. And speaking of the devil, I just want to thank you guys for watching all these videos because you guys are what make this lifestyle possible to sustain. If I didn't have you guys watch the videos, I wouldn't be able to be doing as much as I'm doing right now. So I thank you guys for that. Ooh, get some Mack truck. Yeah. Alright, here's a little cabin. So you guys can see this is a pretty common situation out here. Just stuff that's abandoned when people leave for the winter. They think someone's home and ain't home. Nowhere to be seen. A lot of the gas stations are like that. Kind of like this one. Usually you can get diesel right there, but you can't this time of year. Luckily, we've got enough to get to Tesla though, so should be good. Yeah, I wanted to just take a second to talk about the work that I've done to the truck. First and foremost, I'd like to talk about the company that's done a lot of the work to the truck. It's Different Strokes of Alaska. They're based in Anchorage, and their primary focus is for diesel trucks, and they're really good with power strokes. They know these trucks like the back of their hand. I think there's like 100-something combined years of experience between the mechanics there and shop foreman and all. As you guys know, this truck recently went through the ringer. I did that Arctic trip, and on my way back, the axle gears blew up, and I brought my truck into Different Strokes to get that repaired, and then needed some other work done as well. And then found out that one of my injectors were going bad, so I kind of went down this whole crazy line of replacing parts and replacing a lot of stuff in the truck. But she's running great now. We've been on the road for 16,000 miles in this road trip by the time I get back to my cabin up here, another 1,000 miles from now. And the truck has been awesome. This whole road trip I've had a couple of small issues, but they've all been things I've been able to address pretty easy. Yeah, old trucks are gonna have issues. Doesn't matter how well you work on them, what you do to them. There's gonna be some issues and you're gonna deal with it. But it's been a really reliable truck overall. And those guys have been awesome. All the work they've done to it, from putting the injectors in, high pressure oil pump, they've done all the drive lines, transfer case, transmission, you name it. Just all kinds of stuff on here. And been a really good experience working with the boys there. Just about made it to Tesla. Looks like they're doing a new bridge over here. Heck of a project. George Johnston Museum. Just Lincoln right in the front. Yeah, this is Tesla. Ain't a whole lot going on. You get the gas station back there, which has a restaurant attached, a little school and stuff. Anyway, Whitehorse is 181 kilometers away, so we'll be there in about 100 miles from now. Now, Whitehorse is the largest town you run across on the Alaska Highway. Once you leave Vancouver, there's pretty much, I mean, I guess Prince George is pretty big. That's what, maybe 30,000 people. Whitehorse is about the same. I believe it's about a population of 30,000. So not a whole lot going on. Ooh, trees are pretty. Well, friends, we are rolling into Whitehorse. We're about maybe 6 miles away, and we're gonna go ahead and get a burger, a couple groceries, gas up, and keep on moving. We're gonna try to get to the Canadian border, maybe the Alaska border tonight. Anyway, welcome to Whitehorse, it says. You know what's wild is to be driving like thousands of miles with nothing around you, and all of a sudden you just pop out into town, like 30,000 people out of nowhere. I guess we'll get some fuel up here. Dropping down into the town of Whitehorse. What's up? Apparently there is really good mountain biking here, like really fun, flowy trails. Lots of cool built trails. So I would love to come out here in the summer one time and mountain bike said trails. You guys should leave a comment if you like being shoved up there where the rear view mirror is. Is that good up there? I don't know. I feel like it lets you like see the town when I do that. I don't have to hold the camera up. A few more blocks to go. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta order food. Whoa. Oh, now I'm gonna miss my turn, boy. Oh well.
At the light, turn right onto Main Street. Then your destination will be on the right.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Your destination is on the right.
Okay, I broke down. I stopped in Whitehorse and went to a place called the Dirty Northern. Got a bison burger, looks super good. Bacon jam and home cut fries. That's so funny. Just finished up my burger and a cop pulled in beside me and he watches the channel, I guess, all the time.
Turn right onto Elliott Street.
He told me there's a really good coffee shop up
Turn
here.
right toward Main Street. Then turn left onto Main Street.
So I'm gonna grab a coffee before I hit the road. You guys notice all like the fat tire bikes around town? So yeah, that bike has like super fat tires, studs on it. That's what people ride in the winter up here.
Continue for 1 mile.
Yeah, Whitehorse, like, it feels huge after you just drove through all those, like, literally, like, just places that don't even have gas stations. Or they're labeled as towns on the map, but, like, the gas station's even closed. There's nothing here. So this feels massive now. Anyway, it's called Midnight Sun Coffee Roasters is where the cop told me to go. So we're going to go check it out. Because if anyone knows where good coffee is, at least in the States, it's the police. It's freaking true. See them in the coffee shops all the time, so they know. So I trust them. I'm gonna go there. You have noticed in Canada too, you see a lot more Indian food restaurants. I think there's a lot more people from India that move to Canada for whatever reason. Hey, look at that, it's the Whitehorse Ford dealership. If you guys look back at my videos, I actually broke down on my way south on the road trip in August. You'd see that video. And yeah, I went to that Ford dealership. I can't remember his name, but he's I think Ryan, maybe, mechanic that worked there. They didn't have the spare part I needed in there, but he happened to have one, and he literally gave it to me. It's super cool. It was used, but it's still in my rear differential right now. It's the VSS vehicle speed sensor. All right, coffee shop's right up here. It sounds like it's running rough. I just put some diesel winter additive in there. See what the RPMs are doing. Yeah, she's all right. That was weird. It was kind of like chug, 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 chug for just a second there. She's running like a little bit rough. Let's see, let's find this coffee shop first. I might check the fuel pressure and make sure we're getting the right fuel pressure really quick when we stop here. There it is, Midnight Sun Coffee Roasters.
Your destination is on the right.
Sweet. That cop was right. It's the best coffee in Canada that I've had so far. Let's check this fuel pressure. Fires right up. Fuel pressure needs to come up a little bit. So. It's sitting at like 58 PSI and it's supposed to be like 65, so I bumped the pressure up a little bit. I adjusted it the other day, so maybe it just needed like another adjustment. Anyway, let's roll. That's cool. Kid came up to the window. I'd been like 12 years old, just said, "What's up?" Anyway, we're out of here.
Continue on 2 Mile Hill Road for 1 mile.
Yeah, she's running rough. sounds unhappy. Feel that? It's definitely running rough. Got about 900 miles to get home, so hopefully we'll just freaking get there. I'm gonna keep it running all night and just push and get there. It's still gonna take us a good portion of the night and all of tomorrow to make the drive. Probably get there late tomorrow night. I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I put my weight on my hand, on my right hand, it doesn't feel good. Something feels broken in there, so I'm gonna get an x-ray as soon as I get back to Anchorage. Probably after Thanksgiving.
Alaska Highway, Yukon 2 North. Signs for Alaska Highway North.
Here we go. Later Whitehorse. Back in the Alaska Highway. Heading home. Alright, how far are we gonna go? Long ways. Fairbanks, pretty much 1,000 miles. Haines Junction's 144 kilometers, so that's where we're heading. Well, friends, we have lost the daylight. It is getting dark. We're gonna be driving in the dark a good bit tonight, it looks like, so onward we go. We get another 25 miles till Haines Junction. We'll fill up again and then just continue on north. I think the Alaska borderline's about 250 miles away, so hopefully we can make it tonight and camp out at Beaver Creek, which is on the Canadian side of the border. Once you cross the US side, there's no fuel for a long ways, so I want to camp at the Canadian side at the gas station and leave the truck running overnight, fill it up there in the morning, and then head across the border. That's the plan. Get ourselves a little bit of weather. Here we go again, right into the snow. Haines Junction, 2 kilometers. Just about there. Oh, bunch of fires in the woods. Weird. People burning this time of year. I guess maybe it's safe to burn. So obviously it's not super dry since there's snow everywhere. So I think there's a couple of different stations in Haines. There's the fast gas one over here. We're gonna roll up to the corner store up here though, a little bit further, where we make the right turn north onto Alaska Highway. Once again, not a whole lot going on. Go to church, a little inn, a place called Frosty's. Looks like this much closed right now. And this is the corner station down here, the junction, we call it, as in Haines Junction. So you can head towards Haines if you go straight, which is Alaskan, or you can go right towards the state of Alaska, the mainland. But we're gonna come in here and fuel up first. Is the station closed? No way. It's closed. That is usually the gas station right there. They've got a tarp over it. Looks like they're working on it. I don't know what's going on. Looks like the roof is taller now, maybe. Anyway, yeah, we have to go back up to fast gas. Looks like the station itself is still open inside, but there's no fuel. Okay, take 2. Fast gas it is. We're about to find out if this thing's idling funny still or not. Hopefully it's not. Still idling a little weird. I don't know. So a dude working in the station over there is a subscriber. Just watching the video there at night, and then another dude pulled in. I shook my hand and watches the TikTok stuff. One of the construction workers around here. It's really cool though. People watch this stuff. Anyway, back on the road, heading towards AK, baby. Actually really looking forward to being home. The clerk said they're actually digging up the tanks, I guess, at this gas station up here that's always open. And just redoing all the pumps and all that stuff, so that's what's going on. Anyhow, we're heading towards right there, Alaska Highway, towards Anchorage and Fairbanks. Boom, boom, boom. All right, got a little bit of snowy snow, and what's the sign say? I can't even see it. Destruction Bay, 108 kilometers. We're going to the border though, so I think we have about 250 miles. There we go. So Beaver Creek is basically the Canadian-U.S. border, Alaska border. It's 179 miles away. It says 3.5 hours of it. It'll take us 5 to get there. So that's what we're doing. Driving in tonight. See if we can make it to the Beaver Creek gas station. Spend the night there. We're gonna let the truck run all night, and then we will fill up in the morning and continue continue on. Currently snowing pretty good, as you can see, but it ain't stopping us. I'll push on. In other news, I just had a snowshoe hare, which is like a big white bunny, run out in front of me and stop right in the road, and I just about creamed him, like just kind of slid by him. It is getting slick out. The snow is like snowing really hard and it's stacking and starting to cover the road, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna keep on cruising no matter what. Just keep snowing harder. You're really coming down, starting to really stack in the road. But guess what? We're gonna go anyway, it don't matter. Alright, the snow eased up, but this is passing a semi truck on the Alaska Highway. Here we go. Sometimes there's a second one behind the first one. It's kind of sketchier. Alright. Made it to Destruction Bay. This is the only place to fill up before Beaver Creek, so we're gonna definitely swing in here. It's about 60 miles from Haines Junction, so we definitely use some fuel. I just want to make sure to top it off. Otherwise, we'd barely make it to Beaver Creek without running out of fuel. It's like, because it's 180 miles about Haines Junction, so this will help ensure that we make it. And doing pretty well. We've got 117 miles to Beaver Creek, which is fairly close to the Alaska border. Also, another big shout out to Certified Auto in Vancouver, BC. They're the auto shop that installed this Sony system right here, this new head unit, and it's freaking sweet for mapping and stuff. I'm really stoked on it. It's been awesome. Anyway, let's pull in and get some fuel up here. And yeah, if you guys ever need any head unit stuff or sound system or auto start or whatever, and you're around Vancouver, British Columbia, check those guys out. Certified Auto Sound, legit shop. Also have the dash cam going just in case. We've been having some animals run out in front of us. And here's our stop. Let's see what they got for diesel in here. Looks like the station is closed. Now they're open. Cool. Low bridge, 14'6". Diesel. Let's do it. Myself a bag of chips. All right. Whew. Chilly outside. On our way down the road. Okay. That should get us to Beaver Creek.
Continue on Yukon 1 West for 115 miles.
Oh, they're running rough again. You hear that? It's a little bit worrisome. Why is she running so rough? So we were making pretty good timing tonight. 113 miles, so we hit the Beaver Creek town, and then the Canadian border ends, and there's like a 20-mile dead space in between the Canadian and the US border entries. So it's basically 140 miles to the border. I do remember within basically the 2 hours before you get to the border and the 2 hours after, the road is absolutely horrible. Like crazy frost heaves and dips, broken pavement, huge cracks in the pavement. So I'm expecting it to start getting really bad here as soon as we get just a little further down the road, which is going to slow us down. Probably have a top speed of 30. Some of the parts of the road will be going like maybe 10 miles an hour over the big bumps and stuff. So see how she goes. I'm gonna let the semi pass here really quick. Hard to see. This is why you don't want to be behind anyone. I'm gonna let him go though. Here we go. Let the permafrost begin. Road's starting to get a little bit bumpy. I'm sure you guys can't tell, but every now and then you'll catch one where you like pretty much catch air off the thing. Of course, they stop now that we've stopped. It's a little bouncier. But yeah, eventually one I'm just kind of swerving all around, trying to miss like the worst parts, potholes and whatnot, cross heaves. But what happens, the ground out here, there's permafrost, so there's basically soil just under the surface that just basically is always kind of frozen. Above it, it kind of like thaws out and freezes up again really often, so it makes their land really bumpy. So even once they build the road all nice and level and flat, it just starts getting rowdy again really quick. Like, this could be a brand new paving job, leveling job, and then like 2 years later, it'll look like there'll be like 1 foot kickers in the road, you know. It's making us go a little slower, obviously, about 40 miles an hour, so doing what we can here. And the road is starting to get a little more interesting, a little bouncier. It seems like every time I get the camera out, it stops. Now it just got instantly smooth again. But yeah, the snow's starting to get kind of deep. It's like 3 to 4 inches deep off the edges and kind of surfing around a little bit. Woo! A lot of the potholes are filled in with ice right now, so they kind of fill in with water and then it freezes and then it kind of levels itself out. It sounds insane, but it's actually like better in the winter. Obviously way easier to slide off it and way harder to stop fast, but it's better in that regard in the wintertime. Oh yeah, prepare to get blinded. You ready? Where's the road? Here we go. There's another one. Man, my engine's sounding kind of rough. Hope it's gonna be all right. Let's get blinded again here. Oh my gosh. Where's the road? Where's the road? I don't know if you guys can see the frost heaves or not. The road is getting significantly worse though. Oh. I feel like I'm literally snow machining right now. It's kind of drifting around and hitting the frost heaves, letting it do its thing. It's like you're just surfing for hundreds and hundreds of miles. Literally just surfing your truck. Still in two-wheel drive. This is tire drive somehow. Okay, that was crazy. There was an entire semi wheel in the road. Not just the tire, like the wheel that I just had to swerve around. Anyway, some dude's missing a wheel. I'm just driving along and thinking, it's like, you don't realize how isolated Alaska is until you actually drive this. Like, you need to drive this highway and you just keep driving through the wilderness into the snow, just deeper and deeper and deeper for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles. And you're still not there. We're still driving. It's crazy. Like days, 4 days, I've been driving north. I'm still not home. It's kind of wild to think. Well, it is absolutely nuking snow, and the road's getting worse. It's really stacking up. We don't have a choice, though. We have to keep moving. Good news is we're only 50 miles away, and we're going, whatever, 35 miles an hour. We're getting there. Oh man, this guy's hauling tail. I'm about to get blasted. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Thank goodness. I was cruising. Well, I'm about 30 minutes away, so I was gonna stop and hit my heater really quick, just get it going. Look at the snow that's accumulated. Look at that. Should not wear Crocs probably. Holy crap. Oh my God. A bunch of snow inside. I have a ton of snow inside the camper. That's not good. I'm gonna seal that up better when I get back. Just wanted to get that heater going. I think the snow is so fine my engine's just not running super great, and I think it's actually sucking this fine snow into the air intake. It's just how it's acting. So when we get to Beaver Creek, I'm probably gonna pop the hood and make sure my filter didn't like pop off the cold air intake or something like that. It's just acting like it's taking on water or something. We're getting close, so if you guys can see that, about 20 miles away. And at this point, I've been driving about 14 hours today, by the time I get there, so pretty good long day of driving. Well, somehow we're about 3.3 miles from Beaver Creek where we're stopping for the night, and it just stopped snowing. It's pretty funny. After we just drove hundreds of miles of the snow. It's all good though. I'll take it. Well guys, it has been right at 101 miles since we filled up at that last gas station. There's been nothing for 100 miles. And we're 1.3 miles from Beaver Creek. Freaking made it. Can't even believe it. This is the last Canadian town before the Alaska border. So let's go find this gas station, and we're gonna top this thing off because we're already below half a tank. We wouldn't have made it overnight idling without filling up. So we're gonna go fill up, camp out at the gas station, fill up again in the morning, and then we'll be on our way to cross the border. All right, we have arrived at Beaver Creek. And this is not a big town either. I think 2 gas stations, maybe a restaurant, maybe a hotel, and then the DOT shack. It's not Department of Transportation in Canada. I don't know what it's called here, but yeah, there's West End, so there is a motel here. Gas, that is closed for the winter. No gas there. Buckshot Betty's, year-round rooms. And there's the only gas station right up here. Some of these gas stations, you have to wait for the morning to fill up, so hopefully that's not this one. Go find out. I don't know if we're gonna make it overnight, if we have to idle all night. Hopefully it's a credit card pay. It's what time is it? It's 11 o'clock at night. So usually all these stations, pump stations on the Alaska Highway, they don't have a credit card, 24-hour credit card access. Probably like this one. Does it? Nope. Here you go. I can't put any fuel in because they are closed up for the night. So, well, this is going to be interesting. I just might not be able to idle it all night. I'm going to idle it for a while though. Maybe I'll set my alarm and start it or something. Let's see, we'll just camp out right over here. All right, this is gonna be home for the night. Kind of level, it's not super level. Level out, come on. There we go. That's perfect. All right, I'm gonna set the idle, high idle. All right, y'all. Ready to call it here. Grab my jacket, laptop, all my muck looks, word trucks. I think what we're gonna have to do is just set my alarm and wake up, and I'm gonna turn the truck off and start it back up like an hour later. It's either that or I'm gonna run out of diesel. I know that probably sounds crazy. So I'm just gonna idle right here the rest of the night. God, look at all the snow. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. snowy camper probably. Here we go. Oh yeah. Holy crap. Warmed up a little in here the last 20 minutes. It's 30 degrees. Look at all the snow. Oh my god. I've got to fix this when I get back. Yeah, guys, coming in all my gaskets everywhere, like right there, right there. That was really fine snow. That's probably what's going on with the engine. It's probably sucking this super fine snow into the freaking air filter. I almost guarantee it. Anyway. I'll catch you guys in the morning. I'm gonna pass out here. Alarm just went off. 4:30 a.m. I'm gonna go check on the truck and make sure I'm about to run out of diesel. I'm probably getting close.